Welcome to Narnia.
Should I stay or should I go?
How much is there? Over 4 million.
I was just going to say, I really enjoyed the movie. Congrats. So I rarely ask people what the message of a movie is, but I wanted to ask the both of you, is the message of Caught Stealing to just never help your neighbors?
Could be.
Yeah. We're just saying that, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we kind of left feeling like it's two messages. Never help your neighbors and deal with your shit before it deals with you.
100%. Matt, I got to ask you an individual question.
Yeah.
How much did you love or hate the Mohawk? And did you notice people were treating you differently when you were wearing it around?
Yeah, that's a good question. I loved it. I didn't think I was going to love it. I made up a real fuss about it to me. I moaned about it, basically. And then I loved wearing it in New York, man, because you treat the world differently and the world treats you a bit differently. And it felt quite refreshing. It felt like a sort of, I understand that whole go get your hair cut and feel different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, it was great. I fucking loved it, man.
I was going to say, I obviously, rock a Mohawk on the weekends.
Absolutely.
And I'm just going to say that if I had had that, I would have gone everywhere with it just to get reactions.
Yeah, well, it did. When we were filming and stuff, we'd be filming in the East Village. I'd walk to set and no word of a lie, dogs would bark at me. Richard III says that, he says, I'm scarcely half made up or something like that. I hope by this, just this idea that he's so ugly that dogs bark at him in the street, or so difficult. And not that, being a punk is that, but it was just, it was extreme. It was cool.
100%. Regina, individual question for you. Had you had an affinity for black and white cookies before the movie? And now do you have more, how many did you end up eating?
Way too many. And I did not have an affinity for them. I'd never heard of them. And I guess that's just because I'm not a New Yorker. Yeah, I'd never heard of them. I had hoped they were going to be delicious, and they were not. However, we had a great prop department, and one of our prop master's friend is a chef, and she made black and whites for me that are less sweet than what. So I was able to handle the 20, 30 cookies later that I had to bite into.
Yeah, people don't realize how many takes,
Yes.
But so one of the things that I love about the movie, and I just like both of you, I see a lot of movies, and I love it when a script goes in left and right turns that I don't see coming.
Yeah.
And this film is loaded with that. So can you both talk about what pulled you in about the script and what you loved about Darren's, the way that the film goes?
Well, I just wanted to work with Darren, really. And actually, when I read the script, I really loved the part of Russ, but also I thought, wow, how interesting that Darren Aronofsky is directing this type of movie. Part heist, part caper, part sort of sort of funk up thriller. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, dark comedy.
Yeah, it's a bit of everything. There's a lot of genres in it somehow. Yeah. And then you go under the masterful watch of Darren. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. And depending on who's at the helm, when you mash up all those genres, it doesn't always work well.
No.
And this is one of those that, there might be a little more violence than, my mom's she's gonna see it anyway, because I could be doing
anything.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
and
man. She's proud.
So, yes. I do feel like it's still just approachable enough that it doesn't feel so wild that she's not gonna follow those characters or get the tone, So I think it's a great film to be able to go to with a lot of different types of, what do you call it, cinephiles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
I consider myself a cinephile, and I had a blast.
Did you? Good.
You guys enjoy the rest of your speed dating. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, brother. Have a great day.